This enlightenment program is brought to you from National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Drug Demand Reduction, Enugu State Command, tagged Drug Dangers, Your Health is Your Wealth. Please enjoy.
Good morning, viewers out there. My name is Mr. Eyeuche Ajai. I'm the Assistant State Commander, Drug Demand Reduction Department, NDLE Enugu State Command. I'm here this morning to discuss a very interesting topic that says drug dangers, your health is your wealth. I beg of you to listen very carefully so that you pick one or two things from our discussion this morning. Very important. If it is not important for you, it may be important for your own children or those people around you. We're going to talk about drugs. What do we understand by these drugs? Drug in the first place is a term of varied usage, meaning that different professional bodies, they have defined these drugs in manners that suit their purpose or practices. For example, in medicine, drugs have been defined as a chemical agent that changes or affects one's mental process, or used to prevent or also diagnose the onset of a disease. In other words, drugs are very, very useful to enhancing our mental and physical well-being. When one is sick, for instance, and the drug is administered, the person gets okay and be restored to his or her former health status. That's exactly how it is seen in medicine, meaning that drug is almost with medicine. And to speak specifically on the general definition or understanding of drug, that is to say, to conceptualize it in a manner that it is more encompassing. Drug has been defined, but I am going to be using the term drug to mean psychoactive drugs. And psychoactive drugs simply means drugs that affect the brain and they also alter the functions of the body, like the behavior of an individual, the person's consciousness, one's awareness of his environment, one's perception of things that happens around him. So that is how it is. Meaning that the drugs we take affect our brains. And nobody intentionally go into drug use just to harm himself. Drug is used by so many persons to facilitate social relationship. Some use it for relaxation, some use it to relieve some burdens, or probably to relieve some stress. But over time, after repeated use of this drug, you discover that drug ceases to be optional, which means that drug is no longer something that one just feels once in a very long while to use to cope with a particular situation. It becomes compulsory. Why is it now compulsory for the person to continue using drugs? Just because these drugs we take, as we continue taking them, continue to alter the brain and by extension the functions of the body. Drugs change the brain. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. And I want to also point out that drugs do not have to be illegal before they affect somebody's functionalities. You discover that drugs in the first place, we have some drugs that are not illegal, something like alcohol, something like cola nut, something like caffeine, nicotine. They are not illegal drugs, but they are legal drugs that are freely allowed to be used in society. No law prohibits that, but then if they are used in excess, they can affect one's health, affects one's mood, affects one's behavior, and can be dangerous to one's social functioning. And also, when we look at other drugs like the prohibited drugs, something we call them illegal drugs, something like heroin, cocaine, marijuana, they equally affects people just in the same manner that these non-illegal drugs affect other people. We also have another set of drugs known as the controlled drugs. The controlled drugs are the drugs that are harmful to human health if they are not used as they are indicated. And this one needs a professional, a medical professional, to first of all prescribe it, and those other professionals, the pharmacists, for instance, to dispense them so to those who need them according to their prescriptions. So this morning, as we have come to speak with you about this, I want us to take necessary precaution to guard against those habits that may affect our health, affect our functioning, and affect everything about us, because drugs end all dreams. Thank you very much this morning. I remain Eyeuche Ajai, the Assistant State Commander, Drug Demand Reduction, NDLEA, Enugu State Command. Thank you for watching.
For more inquiries, do not hesitate to contact us through our social media platforms or the numbers displayed on the screen. You can also visit our office located at Vosen Drive, Independence Layout, opposite Police Station, Enugu State. Thank you.